In Dhaka, tens of thousands of students are taking to the streets, demanding the end of a controversial job quota system. This system reserves 30% of government jobs for families of 1971 war veterans. The situation has escalated rapidly. Violent clashes between protesters and police have resulted in at least 6 deaths, scores of injuries, and extensive damage to property. Yesterday, aerial views captured the sheer scale of the unrest, with major highways and rail lines blocked. The government has responded with tear gas, rubber bullets, and deploying the paramilitary border guard Bangladesh in major cities. Schools and universities are shut indefinitely. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's administration is under intense pressure. The Supreme Court is set to rule on the quota system next month, but the United Nations is urging for the protection of peaceful protesters now. Stay tuned for more updates as the situation unfolds. In a recent development, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has addressed the nation following the tragic deaths of 6 individuals during the violent clashes. In her televised speech, she expressed deep sorrow and extended her condolences to the families of the victims. Hasina acknowledged the growing unrest and emphasized the government's commitment to resolving the issue peacefully. She announced the formation of a special committee to review the controversial job quota system, promising transparency and fairness in their deliberations. The Prime Minister also urged students to return to their classes and refrain from violence, assuring them that their voices are being heard. Despite her words, many protesters remain skeptical, demanding immediate action rather than promises. Social media is abuzz with both support and criticism, reflecting a nation deeply divided. International human rights organizations have called for an independent investigation into the police actions during the protests. The coming weeks will be crucial as the special committee begins its work and the Supreme Court prepares to rule on the quota system. The eyes of the world are on Bangladesh, watching closely to see how the government navigates this crisis. US State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller stated that the Biden administration will not speak to the specifics of the protest in Bangladesh. However, the US will continue to monitor the violence that broke out during the student protests in Dhaka. The Biden administration continues to urge that protests be peaceful and condemns any violence against peaceful protests. Let's hope for a peaceful resolution that honors the memory of those who have lost their lives. Stay with us for more updates on this developing story.